Time now is 12. Fuck me, my hair. Time now is 12:08 on August 1st. Woo! We've made it to August. Woo! I slept from 4:40 a.m. till 11, but I woke up by the alarm, but I went back to sleep for 50 more minutes. And I didn't even fall asleep. I just laid on my bed for 50 more minutes. But yeah, here I am in August. I have 16 days left. Fuck me, 16 days. But yeah, I do realize that when I went back to Hong Kong to make Love and Death, I had even fewer days for pre-production, because as of now, I already kind of have the actors. The script is final. I already have a couple crew members. But yeah, definitely still stressful. So last night I went through the auditions. The 3 old men, quote unquote old, and they're younger than my parents. And oh my god, out of the 3 auditions, 2 of them are terrible. One of them, the guy who I've seen before. So this dude, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but this guy, one of the people who auditioned to be old man, he actually showed up in a short film made by HKBU students, and for a final year project. And I actually saw that short film when I went to watch it with my mom to the screenings, and he was actually there in person. In fact, I remember. And while it's funny that I'm seeing him again, his acting is so fucking fake. It's like Hong Kong styled acting. It just doesn't work. It's so theatrical. It's so fake. It's so comedic. It's not comedic, but it feels comedic, you know? The second old dude who auditioned, his audition just feels very unnatural. It's like he's doing a TED Talk. And then the guy who immediately sent the clip, his was the best one. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but at least his was more toned down. And I like performances that are more toned down and natural. So I kind of prefer his. Now the thing is, he's only free on the 6th and the 8th. And then the next possible time he's free is the 16th, which is fucking ridiculous. It's the day before I leave. It's not the craziest thing ever because... Jesus Christ, my hair. It's not the craziest thing ever because I've done this before. Like Love and Death, literally I film the day before as well. But I don't know. I just want to enjoy my last few moments in this apartment alone. And this means if I do choose that guy, it means I will have to film on August 6th, 7th, 8th, 3 consecutive days. Which is absolutely insane, given that I have 6 days left until the shoot. Again, it's not impossible, but I just have to do everything really fast. Plan things out really fast, find another crew member really fast. I don't think 2 people are enough for some reason. I just wish there was more. Like, Natalie from LMU is cool. Potter's cool, but I don't know how much he could help. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't freaking know. I just feel like there should be one more person. One more. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, maybe Justin T is available for one day. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah, 6, 7, 8 it is. And it's terrible. I don't want to tell the 80 guy, because for him it's just a huge nightmare. But to be fair, if he's already planning to film on the 6th and the 7th anyways, might as well film on the 8th consecutively. And another great thing about filming on 6, 7, 8 is that after the 8th, I still have a whole week left to just ruminate and sort of chill in my apartment, film my scenes, I do realize that I also have my own scenes to film, even though they're very tiny scenes. Maybe I can do that on the 9th, I don't know. There's also the props, which is actually somehow my biggest concern right now. I don't know what to do with my curtain. I want to make my curtain kind of looks like it's shaggy and raggedy, and I don't know how. I either do it myself. I either use my PD brain and just cut up my curtain, or I do it in post and use CGI, which are like quote unquote CGI. I mean, it technically is CGI, but like, I don't know, do something with it, add a filter. I genuinely have no idea what to do with the curtains and the computer monitor. The thing is, like, yeah, I've thought about not filming these things. I've thought about, okay, you know what, screw it. Why this specific detail? Why film a broken curtain? Why film a raggedy curtain? It's such an unnecessary shot. But then I hate this mentality, because it's like, well, why this shot is unnecessary? Well, then this character is unnecessary. Well, then this scene is unnecessary. Well, then the entire short film is unnecessary. I don't want to cut corners and be like, oh, nah, let's not do that. I have to be committed, you know? So yeah. I don't know. Today's gonna be a pretty busy day, actually. I woke up kind of late, but I did wake up by an alarm, but I woke up kind of late anyways, because oh my god, my hair. I can't look down. I have to do this for the entire clip. Hello, boys. Oh god, okay. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just gonna keep doing this. So today I'm going to work. I'm going to my mom's company's office. And because of that, I wanted to wake up earlier. But right before going there, I'm gonna go to Shekime, MTR Exit B, and see if the location I want is still there. That's one thing. Second thing, I'm gonna go home tonight, have dinner, and then I'll leave, because I'm going to Broadway Cinematheque to watch The Magic Blade by Cho Yun, which is cool. Don't know why am I watching that, but I am watching that. That's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So I'll be outside a lot today. But yeah, I'm not gonna film any reviews today. I'm not gonna watch anything outside of The Magic Blade. Maybe The Boys season 4, episode 2. The thing is, last night I tried to watch The Boys and I tried to edit my college video, and holy fuck, it's so fuck me. It's so annoying. My laptop I feel like it's getting worse and worse. I feel like it's getting worse and worse, like I feel like it's getting worse and worse. I feel like it's getting worse and worse. Like, it's so slow and it's lagging, and I don't think it's a storage problem. I think those two guys said it's storage because it's the easy answer. But it's not the truth. There's something wrong. It's like my laptop is deteriorating or something. I don't know. So yeah, I also feel kind of tired and sick. Yeah. Why the fuck is it so sunny all of a sudden? this it? Is this the freaking... Huh? Bruh. Okay.
間專居民可以向區議員或立法會議員申訴，要求平民屋宇打開大坑西嘅閘門，供居民使用。
Here we are, Cinephile Haven. Okay, I may get lost. Frick. Here it is. Yo. Bro, it's starting.
人，不错，那你就不能杀我了，因为我这柄剑是假。
Movie finished. Really good. Heading home. This is a very interesting location, by the way. Never noticed it. Okie dokie. Time now is 1:12 a.m. I'm eating cookies and cream ice cream. One thing I miss about LA though is their ice cream is better. But anyways, NIHT, as expected. But I did do some stuff today. I did do a little bit of stuff. Today, before going to my mom's company's office, I actually spent maybe about 10-ish minutes at Shekime. For some reason, even though Shekime is just another neighborhood in Hong Kong, for some reason it felt special to me after Love and Death. When I went to the MTR station, when I walked outside, it was like, oh my god, I'm in a dream world or something. And I left exit B2, and boom, that's the exact building I wanted to film. And that's ironic because I've passed by this building before, and I wanted to film this building for one of the inserts in the montage of Love and Death, but for some reason we never really had time to film there. So I went in and I thought it's like a very old school, broken down, sort of this apartment complex slash estate where there are restaurants and malls, but they're all like abandoned and dilapidated and just broken down, and it's very fancy. I walked in and I saw a security guard and I'm like, oh shit. Did they ban filming? Has it finally happened? And then I saw not one, not two, but 3 signs at the front gate that literally says, okay, you guys can film as long as you don't disturb the other people. And that's in April. In May, they put up a sign saying everyone needs to leave. In June, they put up a sign saying no filming is allowed. So the security guard saw me And I nicely and politely went up to him and I was like, hey, I got a little question. I'm a film student. I'm looking for a location. And immediately he's like, no. You know, one of the things I miss about Hong Kong is how rude people can be. He's just like, no. And he just looks away. And I'm like, oh, I was just wondering who I can talk to. No. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So I just left. Honestly, with people like him, I don't even treat them like normal people. What I'm about to say will come off a little sociopathic, but it was right in that context, is that when approaching rude people, I don't see them as humans, I see them as animals or ants. I feel bad for them if they have a bad day and decide to act rude because they have a bad day and they decided to, sort of express their frustration on other people. I don't treat them normally. I can joke around, I can smile back, I can say weird, ridiculous shit to them because I don't care about their feelings. Anyways, so I was a little bit underwhelmed. Shit, it's dripping. What the fuck? Holy shit. I just picked up the spoon and like ice cream juice just flew and flopped and I could hear the droplets of ice cream. This is revolutionary. Alright, I digress. I was a little bit disappointed, but I wasn't terribly surprised that the place is shut down for filming. So I was debating whether I should still make my second short film here or not. I was thinking, what if I sneak in and film? But there's no way in hell would that ever work out, I tried to walk around the place and the whole place is blocked. Second of all, if I find an alternative, I don't know, there are definitely tons of other cool looking villages around Hong Kong that have an abandoned, broken down quality to them, but I realized that maybe I shouldn't do this short film to begin with because it just feels like a half-baked short film. And while yes, this location is beautiful, if I'm doing it just for the location and there's no real beautiful story behind it, then what for? It just feels like a half-baked short film that everyone will forget about. So let's focus on my own short film. Let's focus on The World Is Not Enough first. The World Is Not Enough is already giving me headaches. If I add another short film on top of that, my mind will blow. So let's not do that. So I went to my mom's company's office, I edited. I forgot my earphones and I wasn't in a great mood. My mom showed up and started criticizing my video. She wasn't rude or anything. I faced way worse criticisms from a lot of other people countless times, but I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I wasn't really in the mood to edit, but I eventually did edit quite a lot. At 6, I left on my own. And I realized, holy shit, I have 5 days left until I make my short film. Now 4. And this might be the last time I'll be at the office here. My mom's left, and my colleagues Jay and A left. And I realized, holy fuck, I still need shit. So right before Jay left, I asked him for a tripod, but with a single leg, a single pod, a monopod. I also got the 60 watt Nan light, or Amaran, and then I left. But I realized that there's still tons of other stuff that I need. I need broken down raggedy curtains. I need an old computer monitor. For that monitor, I need Windows XP screen recording. I also need a poster for for 7 seals. I need so much shit. And I'm really unprepared. I need the Hollyland mic. You know? I need a balance board. So I need all these things, and I don't have them. So I took the light, and I took the monopod, and I carried them all the way back home on both my hands during rush hour. And that was a hectic, not hectic, it was a little tough, but it's also like, you know, I've been through way worse, but yeah. So there's that. Came back home, had dinner, and then I rested a little bit, and then I immediately left to Broadway Cinema Tech in Yamate to watch The Magic Blade. I was almost late, I was right on time actually, and unexpectedly it's full house, fully seated, and the movie was a blast. At first I was thinking, like, why the fuck am I paying $85 to watch like an old martial arts movie? But you know what, it's worth it. It was a blast. I had fun watching it. I enjoyed the movie actually quite a bit, and yeah, surprisingly some people I follow on Letterboxd, like some Hong Kongers, actually one Hong Konger I followed on Letterboxd was also there, but I don't know who it is. But you know, I could see some other people around me, you know, pulling out their phones and going to Letterboxd, or just one person around me. But it was like, ooh, we're all nerds, you know. Came back home and it was already 11:30. My mom's already asleep, so I can't discuss any of my plans. Tomorrow I need to wake up early because we're going to China. Again, China Encore, which I'm not excited about at all, because we're going to a fancy mall, we're going to we're gonna eat good food, which is nice, but it's just gonna be malls and more malls, and it's places without personality, which I'm not really interested in, honestly. But in other good news, my mom helped me find the other small boy. So I need 2 boys for my short film. My mom found another one. I WhatsApp that boy's grandma, and I was scared that the grandma in question would have no idea how to use a phone, but apparently she does, so okay. And then the next thing is I have whittled down to one guy as the old man, John, but like the character's name is John, but he's only free on August 8th, which is a huge whoopsie daisies, but maybe also not. So I asked another guy, you know, you remember the guy who did a lot of theories after I offered him, or like after I spoke with him, after I sent him the script, he started like giving me these theories. Maybe even though he's like very, you know, but that's just a theory. Ugh. Maybe he's still a good actor. So I asked him to audition. He sent a recording to me. I listened to it. The thing is, without seeing his facial expressions, I can't really tell if he's good at acting or not, or at least good for my part or not. So I can't really tell. But I still prefer the guy I still prefer, you know? So it's likely that it's going to be 6, 7, 8. Which is actually great fucking news, because I asked Natalie from LMU, actually. Actually, Natalie from LMU DM'd me at around 1 a.m. At around 12 at midnight. Is 6 and 7 confirmed? And I'm like, yes. By the way, is 8 good? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, Chenhua, he's also good. The thing is, we also need V-mount and L-mount batteries. Fuck me, I have a light now in the living room, and I have no idea how to operate it. I guess we'll just experiment with it. So hopefully before August 5th, I'll go back to the office again one day to collect everything I need again, including the Hollyland mics, the L-mount batteries, you know, old monitor, all that shit. So for the props, the real headache, I didn't foresee this, but the real headache is the props. So old monitors, there's no way to cheat around it. I'm not going to build a monitor. I'm not going to buy a monitor. Hopefully it works. I want the monitor to glow in my mom's room at night. There's no beating around the bush. There's no faking it. there's no filming in another location because I want it to glow in my mom's room, not glow in another person's room. If I want the laptop to just be there in my mom's room, I don't have to plug it in. I can just set the prop there, leave. But no, it needs to function, it needs to glow, it needs to turn on. So I need to plug it into the computer, to a PC. Now for the curtain, I actually went to Reddit, r/art department, really useful. I wrote a post asking for help, saying, what the hell should I do to roughen up my curtains? And immediately I had a ton of replies and very useful advice telling me, oh, use a metal brush, wash it, does it have multiple layers, what kind of fabric it is. Look man, this shit is single layer. And I realized that it's 4 days until filming. To be fair, if it's my scene, it can wait, but still, not a lot of time left. It's not like I'm gonna tear this down, ruin it somehow, and then put it back up. I don't have that time and energy. So what if I just use old raggedy clothes instead? And somehow stick it up there. I don't know how. I'm not gonna have a wide shot. I'm gonna have a close-up of the AC and then some raggedy clothes. Pretending to be curtains, I guess. But yeah. That's it. So yeah, that's all for today. But it's progress nonetheless, even though the short film is giving me a headache, but it's progress nonetheless, and I still believe I can make it. I'm still believing in it. But yeah, again, the great thing about filming on August 6, 7, 8 is that I still have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 8 fucking days before I finish. And with Paradise, the second short film, out of the way, I have 9 clean days of nothing to worry about, because the sole purpose of me being in Hong Kong, which is this short film, is over. Well, to be fair, I need to film my scenes too, either before or after 6, 7, 8, but right now I believe 6, 7, 8 is it. I confirmed it with the old man who's not that old, but it's fine. I'll change it in the script. I'm confirming it with the kids. I think we can do it. I think we can pull it off. It's tough, but we can. Believe, believe, believe. Oakley dokley. Let's go. Alright, time now is 9:20 a.m. on August 2nd. I slept from 4:30 to 9 a.m. That's 4.5 hours of sleep. Yay, love it, feeling great. My hip is actually hurting, because I don't know why. I think it's just with my sleeping position when I sleep to the side. Oh, fuck me. So now whenever I bend down, it actually, my back actually hurts like an old man. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah, so this is actually the first time in my stay in Hong Kong to have slept this little. So, yeah, I feel terrible, but it's okay. Hopefully I can sleep a lot tomorrow morning, but I doubt that because I still have to go somewhere tomorrow, I believe. But yeah, that's that. And then next week I won't be able to sleep at all because of my short film, so I'm excited to do that. So today I'm waking up early because me and my family are going to China. Yeah, which I'm not excited for at all. We're just going to the same few places I've been to last year at Shenzhen, except this time it's with my brother and my helper. But it's just one giant mall after another. Maybe some fancier spot I haven't been to. I don't know. Who do I know is from Shenzhen? I know Vicky, the girl who worked with me in the art department in No Particular Night. It would be funny if she just shows up, you know. That's a funny thing. It's like, I know a lot of friends from China to a point where, like, at some point, if I go back, if I travel around in China, I can just hit up someone from a city. But nah, it's fine. It's whatevs. I'm not gonna make any Instagram stories because A, you can't use Instagram there. B, even if you can, it's like, I don't know. This is a covert operation, okay? A Hong Konger shouldn't be at China. I feel my life is threatened, so on and so forth. Yesterday was not productive at all, but I did watch season 4, episode 2 of The Boys. I did draw a little bit, which is really nice, but again, in the dead of the night at 3:30 a.m., so not very impressive. Yeah, honestly, if I can solve the props issues, my short film is gonna go smoothly. If I have all the things I need, at this point I already have 2 solid crew members and pretty much solid actors already. And we still have 5 days. So, obviously, pre-production wise, this is already like a bajillion times better than Love and Death. Like, in Love and Death, literally the morning of day 1, I was prepared to give up. This is already a better situation than Love and Death, so there's that at least. But yeah, that's that. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else to talk about. I'm not gonna film a review this morning. Too tired for that shit. May do one tomorrow though. The whole apartment smells like bread now. Yeah, I don't know. Excited to meet Leia and Pink on Monday. I really want to get the Evangelion Blu-ray. It's $1,700, but sheesh. There are so many things worth getting in Hong Kong while it's cheap. Anyways, might as well get Green Snake. I don't know. The only thing I came back for is the short film. So once it's done, it's done. I'm out. It sucks that I'm not able to film at the Shek Mei though, because that's such a beautiful location. But unfortunately can't. The time will come and I'll be able to film something cool. I forgot to mention that last night, Allegro, if you remember the guy, DM'd me, texted me, not Instagram DM, just texted me, asking me if I'm interested in filling in for a scripty role that he's doing on August 17th, vertical short film. And it pays $250 per hour, which is, no, not $250 per hour, 250 per set, I believe, which is already amazing. Like, that's 12 criterions. So I really wish I could have gone, but August 17th. If it's August 18th, I would have gone. August 17th, bro. You've got to be serious. It's actually crazy how much I miss out by being here. Like, every time I'm here. Also, this big guy from the church has been talking to me on WhatsApp because he's having a wedding and he wants a videographer, but that wedding takes place on December 28th, and my mom planned for me to go snow skiing at Seattle. Like, I don't know why. Like, I have all these job opportunities and I keep missing them because my mom has plans for me or I'm at Hong Kong. Like, I keep missing shit when I'm here, and when I'm there, nothing happens. Like, think of how many cool film set opportunities I could have participated. Like, fuck me, man.
想你幫手睇下咩事。L 埋咧，寫埋你啦。你 want to try？ 嚇 ？try 咩啊？我係咪？你都係機頭。OK，get 啦。Didn't get money。OK，好嘅。攞翻啦。你 keep 個分散。
Make you sad. Shangri-La. Bro moment. Super Idol 的笑容。Super Idol 的笑容。
我哋 tea time 啦。
tea time 先啦。蛋對嗰啲蛋。
Dango is like a 唔係香港嘅。
菜啊，唔係香港啊
I tried this before. I tried.
我交咗未啊？我唔知喎，我交咗啦，交咗。係咪等我嗌啊？You use chopstick to get this one, get one.
This one, and then you wrap it up.
Use chopstick. 你拿着纸一齊。
我試獅子頭先。
執紙巾，呢個間得嚟㗎啦嚇，手套。可以啊。咩好似有嗎？豆腐我们不做，不煮那个。不得了，好嘢噃。Black sugar. So this one maybe not so many taste. That's why they need sugar. 糍粑 is like 年糕 fried. 準備。This one 蓮糕，糯米，糯米。But because they deep fry, you must dip the sugar or else you this no taste. Like me, put some sauce in your dish.
竟然有個泰步飛喎，仲係炭燒流嘅，好出名嘅。
你看它是民宿，民宿嘛。
好多古靈精怪嗰啲動物啦，嗰啲
係冇錯，你係好想面有人先好。
這個食法嚟講，有 milk 啊，有 ginger，有 milk。
我哋陣間可以食。
係咯，我想食呢個。
誒 ，no rain again。Rain now. I feel a little bit. Bro. Give me social credits right now. Come here.
我擺喺個沙冰啱海度嘛，擺香港沙冰。
係啊，一杯白香港，跟住一杯黃皮。
黃皮一個擺喺個檸檬茶。
它就这样子夹，这个很夹了，我们已经炒好的了，就已经炒好放在里面。这是葡萄，啊，要不要吃葡萄？它就有西瓜味的呀，那个榴蓮味很。
百香沙冰20蚊，
係咪18嘅20蚊？
芒果18，百香果20。
啊，哪里有啊？
The crabs.
Ah, 不要淋汁了，你等一下那个对，很容易就湿了。我已经给你换了汁的了。
不是，是手看一看。
Bruh. Scammer. Bruh. Whoa. Give me social credit now.
Two, 6, 8. Can you see?
I know. Per person. What is it? This is the real one.
And this that is real.
Yeah, perfect. Wow. So cute.
Actually, I tell you, we can.
Thấy地圖啊呢度Sushi roll. Oh my god, they have Japan thing in China. This is illegal. Oh my god.
shopping mall is very
哎
modern.，
幾下？
我睇得我同佢邊度先啦。
鋪街，頂你個肺！鋪街，係呀。啊？This is if Wonder Woman is Japanese. Ma Yamashita Tatsuro.
Okay, that's Big Zero. That's Bleach. That's Evangelion.
Breaking Bad, there's Better Call Saul.
You go.
Recommended. Detective Conan. Oh, this one. I saw this film also. This is The Night is Short, Walk On Girl.
Either one, choose this one. Bye-bye. I order many things. Only 400.
But it's only bad if you eat it half.
Có one more qua bà. Có gì mà đi đâu mà.
好恐怖，勁大個 screen。
Yes, do it.
Listen.
佢都食到啦，佢中意㗎。乾淨。
好。你。
Come on, try this shell.
Time now is 1:09 a.m. in the morning on August 3rd. I am tired. Yeah, I'm very tired. So let's talk about today for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna immediately go to bed after this. So I went to China again today. Woke up very early, and by early I mean 9 a.m. Slept for 4.5 hours. Didn't feel great, and when I don't feel, when I haven't slept much in the morning and I have to deal with people, I tend to get a little, not great. So in the morning I really didn't want to talk. But at the same time, I do have a lot to talk because my short film is coming up, things are happening. I have, how many fucking days do I have left? Jesus Christ, 16 minus 3 plus 1. That's 14? I have 2 weeks left? No. Wait, really? Oh shit, do I only have 2 weeks left before I leave Hong Kong? Before I leave this home? Are you serious? Hold on. Oh shit, it appears I do. It appears I do only have 2 weeks left. Goofy. That's very goofy. Wow. Ouch. 14 days, baby. Well, including today when I went to China, it's 15. But anyways, not in a great mood in the morning, and for some reason immediately had a stomachache right off the bat. went to the bathroom, came out, and then we went iffy to China. It was very fast actually. I don't know why it took like an hour, and I've already arrived at China. I just listened to music, and music helps. It puts you in a mental state. This is why whenever I go to school and have morning classes, I feel okay because of music, because I listen to music in the morning and it sort of like cleanses my mind. But anyways, I arrived at China and we met up with my dad. So me, mom, brother, our helper, and dad, 5 people. And I didn't carry anything. I just had my passport and, water bottle that I actually didn't even use until near the end. And I just like rolled along and I just went, who cares? So I crossed the border and I was at the exact same spot all over again in Shenzhen. We went into the MTR station, which is right beside the border crossing. We went into it, and this time around we decided to not go to the same mall me, my mom, and my dad went to back in, I believe, October or November last year. We decided to go to a different mall. This mall is called Coco Park, and it's also a very fancy and big mall. Very fancy, very big, very nice. And as expected, everything's convenient. The thing is, like, as much as I dislike the Chinese government and a lot of the social systems that China is running right now, let's be honest here. Gentrified China is 50 times more interesting than gentrified America. Santa Barbara was a no-go for me. I've been there once. I don't have to be there for the rest of my life. I'm done. Like, that place is a barren wasteland to me. It's just a bunch of gentrified bullshit. In China, yes, the malls are gentrified and they're fancy and lavishing, but at least there's a lot to see. A lot of great food, a lot of just interesting stores to look at, a lot of weird things happening, a lot of weird aesthetics going on, and the malls are built like they're very freaking fancy. They're very curvy and slick and spacey. It's actually kind of impressive, and I think because more people are joining instead of just being with my mom and my dad, I felt more at ease for some reason. Like, I felt more like joking around. So I actually started like laughing to myself because China keeps reminding me of like these memes, like Super Idol de Xiaorong, and these like social credit memes, and China of the world. And I keep laughing at it, so it's like I'm in a joke. So I was actually enjoying myself in an ironic way. So anyways, I was really hungry, and we found this restaurant that has mainly Hangzhou food, like Zhejiang food, which is interesting because I've been doing this project about Hangzhou and its history because of the Southern Song Dynasty. We went into the restaurant and it's really fancy, really dimly lit, perfect service. It looked really expensive, and it turned out pretty expensive, even though it's still cheaper than eating in Hong Kong. But it still came out to like 900 renminbi, or like nearly 1,000 renminbi, which is about like how much is that in Hong Kong? Like 800? No. Wait, hold on. 1,000 renminbi yen to Hong Kong dollars. That's about 1,100 Hong Kong dollars. Which is pretty fucking expensive for China, but for Hong Kong it makes sense, and in America it would have been like 2,000. So it was genuinely fantastic meal, one of the better meals I've had in my stay in Hong Kong this time around. Fatty pork belly, that's my favorite. You put it in your mouth, it melts. It's so tender, the sweet and sour deep fried fish, bamboo shoots with pork. Everything just tastes amazing, honestly. Honestly, I have zero complaints. It's like a 9 out of 10 meal for me. It's really good. I miss when I rate meals, you know? I miss back in the day I would rate meals. I'd say, oh, this is a 9 out of 10 meal. This is a 7 out of 10. But in America, it's so shit. Everything's like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. It's like, you know, I'm eating meals to survive. They're just rations. They're not actual food. This is fucking food. And I was full and it was great. And then we walked around in the mall, and let's be honest here, the malls are boring. Again, boring malls in China are already like 50 times better than boring malls in America. Boring malls in America feel like they belong to the post-apocalyptic world because they're so meaningless and vapid. In China, it's actually like fun and interesting. And again, I hate to say this because I have a grudge with the Chinese government, and I do not associate myself with the Chinese at all, but you know, they're doing a pretty good job with the malls and everything. So we took the MTR, the metro, the subway. It was very fast, very convenient. We went to the another spot called the 1368 Culture Zone or something, which is at a totally different spot in the city. But again, every spot we went to 3 different spots today, but all 3 of them are also near the border crossing. So we never really left. We were always at the, I guess, the city center of Shenzhen, which is like right beside the border anyways. And so we got outside, we went to the exterior, and it was hot as fuck, and I sweated a lot. But I think that was genuinely the most interesting part of today, because it's the first time I've been to Shenzhen where the exterior actually feels interesting. Yeah, it's a mess, but that's what I fucking love. Like, I can just imagine an American person coming to Shenzhen or Hong Kong or any city in East Asia for that matter and be like, why are the roads so irregular? Like, why isn't it just all vertical lines and horizontal lines, you know? And that's what I fucking love. The alleyways, the strange roads, the detours. The motorcycles are a mess and they're annoying. They keep showing up. And the food is a little questionable. Like, for me, it's already like, okay, you know, but for a Westerner, seeing skinned turtles and weird clams drenched in spice is just gonna freak you out. I didn't try any of that. I did get a pretty hefty, pretty handy passion fruit iced drink, which really helped me a lot in cooling down. We walked a lot. My legs are tired, but I'm a film person, you know. I'm used to standing and walking a lot, so it's fine. And again, lots of very interesting locations that look beautiful. It's like an old walled village, but gentrified slightly, so that it's still rustic and messy, but it's still, you know, safe and touristy at the same time. See, you can't do that shit in Santa Barbara. You can't do that in LA, can you? Because it's in LA, it's either a filthy, disgusting fuck pile of dog shit, or it's gentrified, soulless Century City. Nothing in between. Or Culver City. Culver City's a little bit better. Culver City's a little, just a touch more soulful. But Century City, the mall, is just like, it's so bland, actually. I've been there so many times and it never changes. Where was I? Right, so we went back to, we went to another spot called Sea Future City. It took us a while to navigate there. It's really weird because this is like the closest city you'll ever get to Hong Kong anyways. A city that feels like Hong Kong, Shenzhen, because it's literally right beside Hong Kong. But obviously it's messier, you know, motorcycles, but it's still very similar, yet so unfamiliar, you know, yet we're still navigating, yet it's a little uncanny, which is interesting. We went to this fancy ass mall. This time the mall feels smaller, yet more expensive. It's called Future City. And there's this crazy big bookstore called Tsutaya bookstore, and it's so big and it has a lot of fancy books, and I love looking at bookstores. I went to 2 bookstores today in 2 malls. And then at some point, we had dinner at a Hokkien restaurant, Hokkien food, which is so good. And what's good about it isn't necessarily the quality of the food. I mean, the food is very delicious, don't get me wrong. Just delicious wise, it's like a 9 out of 10. But what made this meal so special is that it's like Lucky Box. It's like every time I see a new dish, I have no idea how it's gonna taste like, because I genuinely have never seen food like this. And it's Chinese food. It's supposed to be something we know. Yet every single dish, almost every single dish, is like, what is this? Like, okay, jellyfish, I know what that is. I know how the texture. Okay, let it pass. But then they start hitting us with the pork intestine, clam, onion, taro soup. Like, what the heck? I mean, I know how they taste individually, but together, it's like, what's going on? There's a seaweed dumpling thing with dry ice coming out of it. It's like, what is happening? There's this black crispy thing with pork floss and mayonnaise on top, and my mom refused to reveal what's inside that wrap. And my brother ate it, and my brother refused to tell us what's inside. I ate it and I thought it's like plantains or something, because it's like banana but it doesn't have taste, and it's white and mushy. Turns out it's eggplant. Duh. You know, of course, if it has the texture of banana but it's white and tasteless, of course it's an eggplant. But I didn't make that connection. But it's like an eggplant wrapped in black crisp with pork floss. Like, what is that? I had a sea worm with jelly. That's fucking disgusting. But it's also not that bad, I guess. But I ate a fucking sea worm and 2 pieces of pork intestine, which is not that bad. It's chewy and it's actually, it's a little funky, but like it's fine for me because I'm Asian. But it's still something that I wouldn't eat actively, you know. But very freaking interesting meal. Very interesting meal indeed. We have like steamed clams, and you open it and you just don't, you have no idea how it's going to taste like. If it's Cantonese cuisine, they would fry the clams with garlic and spring onions, and it would be like, aha, you know, that's the Cantonese seafood, but seafood in other parts of China, you know. Very intriguing. So that's that. And then on top of that, after the meal, everyone's full, but I left a little space in my stomach to eat dessert, which is double skinned milk, which is fantastic, iconic Cantonese dessert. It's not as delicious as I remembered it, but it's still good, and I still enjoyed it, and everyone's really full afterwards. And then we went back. I'm really tired, I'm really sweaty, but it felt, it's not a great trip, but this time around I was less bored. I was going along with the flow, and I had fun figuring out what lines to take in the subway. The thing is, Hong Kong is a mess. Like, it's got a Hong Kong island, it's got Kowloon, it's got another island, it's got a small island, and it's all segregated by a bunch of mountains and bodies of water. So the MTR map is like very random branches, but in Shenzhen it's literally like a messy grid. So you can literally like jump from line to line, you know. So figuring that out was part of the fun. But obviously it's still nothing too special. Like, I still prefer a Tokyo to this, like, any day. Tokyo is still, Japan is still the most fun I've had in any trip ever. But, you know, the food is really good, I have to admit. And that's partially because we are eating at very expensive places. For the Chinese, they're very expensive. For us, Hong Kongers, they're like, okay, you know? Because Hong Kongers have higher GDP. Which means when we go to China, we are the rich guys. So we ended up enjoying the rich food experience. But yeah, nothing else. We didn't buy anything else. Everything else is just kind of boring. The malls, the stores. It's like, yeah, Puma, you know, DJI. That was actually low-key interesting, you know, for the drones and the gimbals and stuff. But it's just like, yeah, you know, nothing that crazy, honestly. Again, the culture zone area with a bunch of food stores, food stalls, that's the most interesting because it felt like genuine, you know, not like a gentrified place, but it felt kind of genuine. And that's the thing is like Hong Kong is still more interesting, I feel like, because Hong Kong isn't like ultra gentrified, but Hong Kong is still very much like a very soulful, local kind of place. But yeah, that's it. And yeah, that's it. Tomorrow's the 3rd, and then it's the 4th and 5th, and then the 6th we start shooting. 3 days later we start shooting. Holy fucking shit. I went through my props, like I went through the script to see what props I need. Turns out I need way more than I thought. I need a lotus root, I need a ping pong ball, I need to design the poster, like a seal poster, which I don't have the energy to do that now, but I guess I'm doing it tomorrow. I need to figure out how to screen record Windows XP, like, fuck. I don't know, I have no idea. So, yeah, this is gonna be a little tough, but it appears props is like my only issue because everything else is like set in stone. I got the actors. My mom told me many times to tell the AD guy to step off the project because the thing is, she doesn't really want too many people to come to our apartment, and I understand that. I don't like that too, but I also gotta make the short film. But it's not a great idea to have this big guy to be in our apartment, you know. Second of all, like, he wants to do a location scouting with me on the 4th. And normally you do it with the DP. The thing is, the DP is basically me. I guess Chunhua, technically, if I'm giving him the camera, it would be nice for him to like have an idea. But honestly, when we shot Love and Death, there's no location scout, like there's no me and the DP going to all the locations and rehearsing it. There's none of that. Objects and Mirror, there's still some of that, you know? But, you know, that's a way bigger production. But like Love and Death didn't do that, and it still went really well. It didn't go well, but the end product was fucking amazing. Like, and this is my home. I know how to shoot it. So honestly, I don't think that's necessary. I did ask Chunhua, are you free on the 4th as well? But I've been asking him for too much. I've been asking him, are you free on the 6th, 7th, 8th, now the 4th? Leave him alone, man. So honestly, I don't think it's entirely necessary. So tomorrow, so the thing is, like, my family really planned a lot of big meals. We're having sushi tomorrow afternoon. We're having Indian meal for 2 nights later. We're having a big dinner for me to have a steak, Western food, and then we're having another big meal with a Japanese friend, like my second aunt's Japanese friend is coming to Hong Kong, and we're greeting her to a dinner on the 13th. A lot of freaking meals. Maybe it's a little overkill. But then again, after this summer, I won't be back to Hong Kong until next summer. It'll be a full year this time. So, yeah. So I don't know. We're just wasting a lot of money. But yeah. I think Natalie from LMU is not expecting to be paid, but Chunhua probably is, because I've given Chunhua money every time, like the 2 times I've worked with him, so I'm gonna just give them like a symbolic $200. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep all day tomorrow. I should just go to fucking bed, honestly. What else am I going to talk about? Again, it's very great that I have like a whole week to spare. If I film 6, 7, 8, I have a whole ass week to spare. And I think I'm going to do that. 6, 7, 8, you know, good momentum, back to back to back. Yeah. I'm going to have a call, 3-way call between the 2 kids and me. That sounds weird, but it's a phone call just to establish things. And then 6, 7, 8, we film. And then I have a whole week left. I could have a meal with Cedric. I could meet up with Nick and or Tom. I could go to my mom's company's office to finish editing a couple stuff. I could adventure. Hall Park Mansion. Holy shit, I need to go. I have a little time to just chill, relax, and enjoy my place for real. I feel like I still haven't fully grasped the gravity of the situation. The fact that this is going to be the last 2 weeks I'm staying in my room in this apartment, in this neighborhood. I feel like when I leave, I may actually cry. But then every time I think that, I don't cry. Every time I think I won't get emotional, I get emotional. Every time I think I will get emotional, I don't get emotional. I'm unpredictable. I don't know, but I don't know. This is what the short film is for. Anyways, all this suffering, all this finding the actors, finding the props, you know. It's my ode to this home. And that's the point. And I'm immortalizing this place. So yeah. Also, the AD guy made a schedule for me for day 1 of the shoot. He wants to shoot all the children's scenes on August 6th. And I think that's a terrible idea, because the kids, while both the kids and the adults have 6 scenes each, the kids' scenes are longer, and given that they're kids, it's going to be tougher to direct. Given that it took me already 1.5 hours to shoot a small scene with a kid for Objects in Mirror flashback, I don't think this is possible. So, yeah.